Hello everyone, how are we doing today? I'm going to sit here and wait for YouTube to catch up because it is very, very slow today. So if you hear me say hi twice, I'm very, very sorry about that. There we go. Hello everybody. Who got the hello twice? Let's find out. Yeah, we're here. I don't feel the best today. I'm so tired and I really, really hate it. But here we are, ready to do some productive work, I guess. Woohoo. Let's see who we got here. Destiny, hello, how are you? Just having some lunch and thinking about pen paling stuff I want to try. Oh, pen paling, that sounds interesting. Do you have like, oh, I don't even know what the word is. I'm going to be so forgetful today. I'm so sorry. Do you have like a group or something or somewhere specifically for pen pals to send off, or are you just working on it all on your own? Rainy's here. Hello, Rainy. How are you? How is your novel coming along? Have you managed to whittle down any more words? And we've got Grape Fry here as well. Hi, how are you? I love your little avatar that you've got. That's really cute. I love the art on that. That's really cool. Ooh, and I've got, there we go. I've got stuff showing up on my YouTube but not showing up on my StreamYard. So there's a lag both ways and it's really, really frustrating. Ruby Boo, hello, hi, how are you? It's good to see you again. Yeah, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna have some fun, I suppose. We're gonna be productive also, I suppose, if we really, really have to. I don't specifically have to get any work done today, but I am on the way to work, to brainstorming and plotting and outlining a new novel. So I might as well sit here and get that done today. So woohoo. Destiny started as email pals. Now we're going to snail mail. I have stickers, pens, paper, all the good stuff. Oh, that's cute. So you're already pals. That's cute. I have not had a pen pal in years. I had a pen pal. I think it was with one of my cousins when I was 12 or 13. Maybe it was a very, very long time ago. And when I was in university, me and my best friend Tilly, we exchanged snail mail pen pals ish during my first year at uni. So that was fun. I love being able to personalize and customize the letters. It's such a creative output. David, hello David, how are you doing today? Great to see you here. Rainy, I've gotten rid of 14,000 words. I'm not working on that novel today though. Okay, so you are making good progress in getting rid of your words. That's good. What is your word count that you're waiting to end on? I can't speak. What is your so it was 103,000 last time I checked. What are you trying to get it down to, and what novel are you working on today? What is everybody working on today? That's what I want to know. So I want to judge and see just how much work we will manage to get done while we are all here today. So I have some brainstorming-ish to do. I have some plotting to do, and I have some character work to do as well. So I have my cute little character sheets here in the light to plan all my characters with. And then I've got Save the Cat, Writes a Novel, beat sheet printed out here as well to see if I can plan something or other, I guess. Hopefully the story will make sense to me today, unlike when I was doing it the other day, in which it did not work at all whatsoever. Alycat, hello, how are you doing today? It's great to see you again. I'm recognizing all these names from when I did my live stream for the Writers Virtual or the Tubers Virtual Retreat on Saturday, which is really fun. It's great to see you all again. Rainy, I've gotten to 61,000 words in this rewrite. I'm hoping to maybe get rid of at least 20k, though I'd be happy with 34k. Okay, so you're doing well then. That's a good thing. Let's see. Great Fry, I've got about 3 chapters of my Grim Reaper story I need to re-outline today, and then I want to do some brainstorming for my Pirates project. Okay. Grim Reaper project. That sounds brilliant. Please tell me more about that. Re-outlining, cool. And then brainstorming for my Pirates project. So you've got 2 projects going on. Okay. How do you manage to split your time and productivity motivation between those 2 projects? I'm always interested to see how people do everything differently. Hello. Oh, star hello. Oh, could you put hello at first? Yeah, I'm good. I'm okay. I'm tired. The kids have been a pain in the butt the past couple of days. So they've been up late. They've been up late at night instead of going to sleep. And then they've been up really, really early in the morning. So obviously when they're up later at night, I have to be up later. So I went to bed like midnight last night and got up, or woke up, I should say, like 6:30 this morning, and then took a half-hour nap this afternoon. So, but hopefully over the next couple of days we'll get some more sleep. That's the plan. David's doing well, plotting a new spy thriller, never tried genre before, plus dumped the 53k of a YA novel in progress to start again. Okay, so spy thriller is a new genre for you. I don't touch new genres. I'm really bad. Like, I write fantasy or I write urban fantasy. I don't dare to touch anything different. So the fact that you're branching out and attempting something different, kudos to you, because I personally don't think I do a very, very good job at it. And dumped 53k of YA novel. So you've written 53k and then you're dumping it and starting it all over again. That sounds like a task. I wish you good luck with doing that. My YA has pirates too. Oh, we got 2 pirates on the stream. That's awesome. Great prize. This is my first time really trying to do multiple projects at once, so I'm still trying to figure it out. Tons of people do it tons of different ways. You'll figure out how to do it eventually. I work on one different project a month rather than trying to work on multiple different projects a month, but I'm going to attempt eventually to try multiple different projects. If I get bored of one, I move on to another one, no matter how long it's been, sort of thing. So we're going to try and do it that way. Shelby writes, hello, hi, how are you doing today? Working on a sequel to my fantasy book and getting some beta reading done. That sounds like fun. Oh, I've got a fly somewhere in the room. That's not a good thing. Yeah, can't help that. Alycat, tired to open up late too, mostly because I want to keep writing. Hopefully they're a bit better to you. Hopefully they are better to me as well. I'm so bright in this light. I'm really sorry, but if I turn my light off, I'm like super dark. So it's super dark or super bright face, and I don't like the reflection my glasses give off in the super dark. So super duper light it is, guys. Sorry. Alycat is editing my teen fiction YA novel right now. I'm doing math homework. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you have math homework to do now. I feel for you. I despise math so much. Rainy is a supernatural YA thriller and currently working on a second draft. Estimated end word count is 60k and you're at 27k. Supernatural YA thriller. That is one of the best combinations out there. It's a supernatural thriller. They are fantastic. I love them. I love watching them. Okay, I'll admit I don't really read supernatural novels because they tend to go like vampires, and I'm not a massive fan of vampires. But I'll watch it, but I won't read it. It's really weird. Elizabeth Fairfax, hello. How are you doing today? I love the little smiley, wavy emoji. What are you working on today, Elizabeth? Is what we're going through now. It is 10 past 11. No, it's not. It's 11 past 9. You can see I'm really not going to be with it very well today at all. So I do apologise for my floofiness as we continue on and go everywhere. Hopefully it won't last very long at all. Hopefully. Oh, I've got a water ring on my desk. That's not a good thing. Right, so what I think we'll do is if we hop straight into a sprint, let's call it a productivity sprint because I'm not actually going to be doing much writing. And maths homework isn't really writing as well, but we do need to be productive on it. So we'll call it our first productivity sprint. Let me know how long you guys want to go to start us off. Rainy Hammer, it has ghosts in it. Okay, that's the best type of supernatural there is. I'm sorry, vampires, and I'm sorry, werewolves, but ghosts are the best supernatural that you can do. And it's the best thing to do fillets with as well. My mouse pad isn't working. Alycat hated to yet. Didn't pass full semester, so I have to try to pass it now. I kind of felt bad when the professor asked us what we liked about it. And I just said I wanted to pass the class. Yeah, that's yeah. I remember at work, people used to ask me when I used to work at McDonald's, okay, for a very, very long time. And people are always like, what do you like about working at McDonald's? And I was like, the people that I work with. Like, the job sucks, but I like the people. And that's what I like about the job. Sort of avoid the issue altogether. Tired too. Everyone's tired. That's good. I feel so much better now that everybody is tired. She asked something like that, or why we were taking it, or something. Yeah, sometimes you just take something because you have to take it. Like, I don't want to take it, but I have to. So that's why I'm here. It happens. It happens. Hopefully she wasn't too offended by it. Hopefully. Right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm got the live stream up on my iPad so I can see what's going on with it and making sure it's actually streaming. And the video is slow on my iPad on the YouTube channel, but the comments are faster on the YouTube channel than they are popping up on StreamYard. So I can't really win either way. It's slow at one point or another. It's so frustrating. Exactly. Log. Yes. Okay. So let's go straight into our first sprint. Let's do. We start off with a 10-minute sprint. Just to, I can't type today either. Just to start us off. And I will one day remember exactly how to share the screen without pausing and trying to figure out how to share the screen. Right, okay, Google Timer, share. It worked. Fantastic. I hope not either it was assignment, so it was through text, but still, I hope she doesn't take things too seriously. She's got to know that not everybody likes taking math. She has to know. She can't be a math tutor and be like, everybody who takes math loves maths. Like, that's unreasonable to think that completely and utterly. Elizabeth, 25. Elizabeth, I'm sorry, 25 minutes is too long for me to start off with. We'll do a 10-minute first, and then we'll hop into a 25 afterwards, just so I can give my brains a little bit of time to unfloof itself, as I don't even know what I'm going to be working on. Let's work on my book with all of my stuff in it. Right, so we've got the timer. Let's set that to, can't type. Let's set that to 10 minutes. We'll get a quick sprint done, clear our heads, and then we can continue after that. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, begin. And that, oh, I completely pressed the wrong thing. There we go. And that is time. I accidentally stopped share screen instead of stopped the timer from making the stupid noise. So how did everybody do on that last sprint? Let me know if anybody who has written anything wants to share some of their favorite or their worst lines. Write them down. I have returned, so I can hide that banner now. I don't need it anymore. Child. Luckily waited until I was paused and muted and in a sprint before they started fussing. So yay for that. I have so much stuff on my desk. Is this all getting in my way now? Let's see. Ali was doing homework. I hope you found it easy and I hope you did it quickly. And yeah, no math. Rainy got 294 words. That's great. And that's your new project, isn't it? Shelby got some reading done. I think I'll switch to writing for the next one. Are you for your beta reading? How do you beta read? I have to ask because I know so many people have different opinions and expectations of what beta readers actually do or what they're actually used for. And I'm really curious to know what other people think. So what do you guys think a beta, for those of you who know what beta reader is, I don't know where you guys are in your writing journey. What do you think beta readers, or how do you think beta readers should be used? Ruby got 125 words of the report. That sounds good. Making progress. That's always a good thing. I was just trying to work out the motivations for my characters to try and get plot out of it. So I don't really plan my characters very well at all. I don't do character questionnaires and I don't do detailed backstory or anything like that. I literally get their goal, their motivation and their values and their traits and their quirks, and then I just write the story and their person and a brief personality, I guess. And then they deepen as I write and they deepen with all of the revisions. I don't do it all beforehand. So I'm basically just going around going, what is their goal for the story? How do they need to achieve that goal? Where will that goal take them? Like the journey they have to take and why they want to achieve that goal. To sort of get a better handle on who the characters are. Rainy at alycat, I hate math too, so happy to be done with it. Also, I made every single math teacher I had know that I hated it to the bottom of my core. That's the way to go. They'll see you in their class and be like, oh, that's the one that does not like math. Oh, well. Oh, well, really, what are you going to do about it? Destiny is writing a new email to a new email pal. Oh, that's cool. So where are your pen pals? How many do you have and where are they compared to where you are? Are they in the same country or are they spread far and wide? Shelby, I usually go through and make comments on character, plot, structure, pacing, dialogue. I'll point out obvious grammar mistakes, but I'm not focused on editing so much as the overall story. Shelby also writes up a summary of her thoughts at the end. So I do a similar thing. So I get that beta readers seem to fall into two categories depending on who it is. They'll fall into a reader who basically reads it and says, this is what I liked, this is what I didn't like. As in, if I pick this book up off a shelf, this is what I would have thought of it. So some people think that it needs to be a polished draft, as in you've done with your revisions, it's as good as it's going to get, it goes to the beta readers. And then some people use beta reading for, I suppose, deeper things. They will look over character, plot, structure, pacing and dialogue. And I know some people will give suggestions on how to fix the things, or I didn't like it as a reader, this is what I would have liked instead, or this is what did and didn't work. So some people go a lot more detailed into it. It just depends on who you are and what the beta readers do, really. Elizabeth, no money yet. Don't pay for beta readers. Do not pay for beta readers. Please don't. You don't need to pay for beta readers. They are volunteers. So anyone that comes into your DMs or anything like, oh, yeah, I'm a beta reader and I charge this much. No, they're free. Beta readers are free. I will die on that hill. Yes, Elizabeth. Beta readers read a clean draft to check on whether the story needs plot work or character work or is ready for an editor. True. That is true. Destiny loves math. People do. I don't understand people that do, mostly because I suck at math and I hated it to my very core. But there you go. BC Brown, hello, how are you? Popping in to say hello to my fellow writing weirdos. I love that you say fellow writing weirdos. I really do love that so much. And hit the like button. Thank you. I hope you're having a great day, BC. Great Fright at Destiny. How do you find email pen pals? I've always wanted to start a pen pal friendship. Destiny, let us know down in the comments. Ali and Rainy, some of my math teachers were nice though. They knew I didn't like it. I just approached them about it nicer. The ones I didn't like, I just didn't like paying attention because of continued how bored I was. Yeah. Paid attention in math. Couldn't do it to save my life. I still can't do it now, to be fair. We're homeschooling, which is even worse. So I have to not know math, but know enough to teach my children how to do math. But the way they do math is different than how I used to do math. And I've forgotten how I used to do math. So it's really just not helpful. They end up teaching me how they do math and then I end up helping them that way. It's so frustrating. Rainy, currently working my way up to the second big plot twist in the novel. My MC is currently having a lovely conversation with her dad. Ooh. Family conversations are always fun to write. David, just finished my first read of the beta. Love the experience. Not sure how well I did. Did great. Did a very, very good job. Don't worry. All you need to do is read the book as a beta and say what you liked and what you did not like. And that is it. This is jumping now for all the comments. Tilly's, I made it. I'm like, yeah, sure, I made it. Tilly's, how dare you? That avatar picture for Tilly's, actually, she drew that herself. She's an artist who has a YouTube channel, but does not post to that YouTube channel. Post to your YouTube channel. I'm calling her out now. Destiny has them all over the world: Australia, England, Scotland, Oregon, Las Vegas, and Florida, but most of them stopped writing last year, so I'm starting over. Oh, that's frustrating that they all stopped writing. Other people suck sometimes. Don't know. I'm really sorry to say that. Like, none of you suck none of you suck on the stream. Like, I'll tell you that now. But some people do suck. It's really sad that they stopped writing. Hopefully, you'll find some good ones, though, some new good ones. But that many from all over the world, that is really, really cool. I barely talk to the people in my own city that I'm friends with. So to manage to talk to people all over the world, that's really cool. Ali, maybe I hate it because I'm more creative and suck at figuring logic stuff. Yeah. I'm sitting here trying to brainstorm, and it's brainstorming is logical, and outlining is logical, and I suck at it. But I also suck at pantsing. So I can't win really either way. Rainy at alycat. My mum was a maths teacher. She said I had a good math brain, but I always said that doesn't matter one bit. If you don't have a passion for it, you're going to be terrible at it. I like that quote. If you don't have a passion for it, you're going to be terrible at it. I really like that. That's true. My tea went cold last stream, so I'm drinking it now. Sorry. It's going cold as I speak. Actually, that's not really good. Destiny, there are several sites I use, but everyone has their own preference. I have to do research. Research is important. So I'm assuming some sort of Googling pen pal sites will bring up some results to look into. Ali, yeah, that's my parents' problem at times since it was different when they went to school. Yeah, it's true. Oh my God, it jumped. Don't guilt me like this. I'll guilt you all I want. I'm really sorry to say. Destiny, I love math because it's how my brain works. I have a degree in business, one in business admin, and a degree in accounting. Oh, you've got so many degrees. That's a really, really good group of degrees to have as well. I don't know how you do it. Ali at Rainy, yep, that's true. Hello, Jasmine. How are you doing today? Jasmine does not mind algebra, but then it turns into pre-calc, trigonometry, and geometry, and then I'm dead. Look, I don't even remember algebra. I peaked, I think, maybe at percentages, possibly also, no, not fractions. I can't do fractions. Let's say I peaked at percentages, and then it all went downhill from there. We don't have a good time with math in this brain. We really don't. Okay, let's get ready, I think, for a second sprint. Let me know how long you guys want to go for. This time, I know 25 was suggested earlier. Do we want to go for 25, get a little bit more work done? Any homework to finish, perhaps? We shall see. And see, the comments are jumping on my iPad now, and they're not jumping on my phone, on my computer. Ali at Destiny makes sense. That's how the guys in my family are, more logical than creative. I'd say, yeah. Tilly's homeschooling as well, so she knows how it goes. Alycat, the hardest I can do is trig. Sometimes I don't even remember what trigonometry is. I remember what algebra is. That's like with x's and stuff and y's and stuff. Don't know how to do it. But yeah, I can't even remember what trigonometry is. I think I might have blocked it out from my brain. Did I even do trigonometry in school? I don't feel I did, but then I feel that I did. It's really weird. Rainy suggests 20-minute sprint. Anybody else want to throw a different number out there, or do we want to go for the 20? Oh, my tea's gone cold. I knew it. I knew it. Oh, Ali, figuring out the angles of squares. They do triangles. Okay, maybe I did do trigonometry then. But I'm not thinking it's trigonometry. I'm thinking it's something else. Who knows? There's too many math terms for my liking. So yeah. Okay. So if we go for 20 minutes for this next sprint. Sharing the screen is so awkward. There we go. Let's reset and let's reset. There we go. And stick 20 up there. I saw a question from Rainy. I'll answer it for you. She sort of does. She's very sort of going into commissions very basically. Tilly, you're gonna have to talk to Rainy about that one. Right, okay, so let's get this Google. No, I don't need to. Yes, I do need to. Let's get the Google timer back up on my screen. We'll go for 20 in 3, 2, 1, and go. And time. Managed to do what I needed to do that time. And stop screen. How did everybody do on that lovely 20 minutes worth of work while I scroll up and find all of the rest of the comments? Alycat, true, math terms confuse my brain. If teacher asked me what is a certain math term, I wouldn't be able to tell you. No, neither could I. Destiny, I'm a writer, poet, screenwriter, jewelry maker, baker, learning to make artisan chocolate. So I am creative too, but I love maths, puzzles, and cryptogram. I guess I'm a little of both. You need to be quite logical, really, I suppose, to do things like baking and artisan chocolates, because it's all very scientific precision things to do. You do so much stuff, Destiny. How do you find the time to get all of that done? Tilly, in regards to commissions, I believe, not confident, but I can link you my Insta, which is the same as her YouTube. Rainy found you, looks pretty cool. Tilly is a work in progress. We're all works in progress, Tilly. Broken Pages, hello, how are you doing today? And Kristen, the writer, is here. Hello, how are you as well? We've just finished our second sprint. I'll make good use of the manners eventually, when I remember to, I suppose. But yes, let us know what you've been getting up to. Broken Pages, not writing, but I just got ready for work. You got to do what you got to do. Amy is here. Hi, Amy. How are you doing today? Ooh, Rainy, you got 374 words. Jasmine, told myself if I had to finish my Spanish homework before I write. I finished all the late work. I have some due Friday. I'm choosing to ignore. So next sprint onto writing. Listen, there's nothing that makes you more productive let's try again. There's nothing that makes you more productive than a deadline. At least I find if I have a deadline that I need to do, if I wait till like the last possible moment to do it, I get it done. And I get it done quite well. When I was at university, this is really bad. When I was at university for my final year, we had, for creative writing, we had like this dissertation to do where I had to write 20,000 words maybe of the beginning of a novel. And then I had to do like 5,000 words, like these are the books that I got inspired by and this is why I picked them and blah, blah, blah. Now, I hadn't done the work and I thought it was due in a week later than it actually was. So I realised the day before it was due in, bear in mind, I had not started either of them, that it was due in the next day at noon. So I wrote 20,000 words of something that I hadn't planned and I hadn't outlined, which had French in it for some odd reason. It was like a contemporary, I guess, or historical fiction. And the 5,000 evaluation, whatever it was, I was like up to midnight and then up again at 6 o'clock in the morning and got it all finished in like 15 hours. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how I managed to get the dates wrong, but yeah, it was okay. It all worked out in the end. I got it in on time, and that's the important thing, right? Alycat, 43 of editing my novel, also did homework, mind blanked as I wrote and didn't know what else to write. Just write whatever's in your head. Literally just write your thoughts as your thoughts go across your mind, and something tends to come from doing that. That's what I was doing. So I, in an attempt to try and outline, I wanted to write down what the novel was going to be about. I ended up outlining somehow the first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chapters. Yeah, somehow outlined the first 6 chapters just by free writing. I don't know how I managed to do it because I've been fretting about the beginning for a very, very long time and I didn't know how to start it. Now I know how to start it and I wasn't intending, that's the word. I wasn't intending on doing it at all. alycat at Destiny, that's pretty cool. Oh, I've got a piece of Rainey's work. I can't say the word excerpt, by the way. I don't know how it's pronounced properly, so that's why I'm like excerpt. It both ways sound wrong, even though one of them is probably correct, but I haven't looked up how to pronounce it yet. I really should. The car went into an uncomfortable silence. Brilliant, I thought. Our lives had become so crazy that there was no normal left. Oh, I love that quote. Our lives had become so crazy that there were no normal left. That's really good. I love that. Destiny, I am who I am. Broken Pages is that link I see in the background. Yes, this is my desk here, which you can't see. That is my husband's desk in the background, and that is a link poster. Did I get you that link poster? What? Did I get you the link poster? Like Christmas or something? But yeah, it's Link. He likes The Legend of Zelda. It's one of his. It's one of his favorite franchises. His all-time favorite is. Damn it! I know which one it is, but I can't remember the name of it. The bird and the. I can't remember what it's called. I've got that Manuel Kazooie. I had Rocky and Bullwinkle in my head for some reason. I'm like, no, that's a completely different pair. Christian the writer, I'm like that with school too. The dawdling writer, hello. You've got such a cool avatar. I really like that. Did my grad school independent study literature review paper the night before. Yes, that's basically what it was. It was something like that the night before. It was. I don't know how I managed to do it. Ali, yeah, the thought just stopped, like I had some sort of brain fart or something. Yeah, it happens. I hate when it happens, especially when you've just been in such a productive, like, motivated go, like you've done so much work and you think you're doing really well, and then suddenly you're just like, don't know what to do now. It's annoying when it happens. Kristen, I have a 4.0 GPA, so why change the methods now? That is true. I don't understand what a 4.0 GPA means exactly. Obviously, it is grade point average. I don't understand how it works and how it's worked out, though. But I know 4.0 is good, right? 4.0 is good. That's all I know. I'm not. I'm from the UK. We just did like A's, B's, and C's, like no grade point average or anything like that. At Ali, at Kristen, the heck do you do that? Never gotten a 4.0 before. Gosh knows. Rainy, you're now hearing you read the excerpt made me like it a lot more. It's a really good excerpt. That's really cool. I love it. Kristen, miracles. I've gotten really good at paying to teach myself. Teaching yourself is the most annoying part of school, really. Kristen is getting her master's in elementary education during a time schools are closed. Yeah, got lots and lots of time to research and revise and well, I suppose it's study, and lots of time to study, so can't massively be all that bad. Kristen, I was already online, but practicum hours meant to be in the classroom for credit are so weird now, and 4.0 is straight as here. Okay, I see. So yeah, so your hours meant to be in a classroom. Do you do that online in like the online classes instead? I suppose it's handy because then they can physically review you better, I suppose. But is that what you have to do, is online classes instead for your hours? Which would just be really awkward though, wouldn't it? You never know who's paying attention. Ali, Cat, yeah, hate that too. It happens to me when I have headaches as well or too tired. Yeah. Actually, no, if I'm too tired, I find I write quite well if I'm tired. My brain stops me from caring about what I'm writing, and it just lets me write. If I'm wide awake, I sort of pick at the words and the phrases and how I'm writing my sentences. So tired tends to work for me okay. Jasmine, I wish I had straight A's. I used to be able to a few years ago, but my motivation has just left me. Yeah, it happens. They expect too much of teenagers in school nowadays. I say nowadays, I haven't been to school in like 15 years. No, that's not true. 10 years. They expect way too much of you guys now. It's ridiculous. Ali, Kristen, that's cool and impressive at the same time. Kristen says thanks. Rainy, my high school recently opened and I'm doing marathon school days. They are compiling all the history classes into one day. So basically, I'm done with school now. All I have to attend is one day. That's really weird that your high school is working. It's not that weird that your high school is open because my kid's school, one of my kids' schools, is reopening on the 1st of June. But the fact that you've opened quite early, is that everybody attending in one day, or is it like staggered and limited amount of people attending at once and all of that jazz? Alycat, depends on how tired I am. Sometimes I can write, sometimes I can't. Kristen, they're letting us use past recorded interviews and online research for now. I'm thankful I can still be in school. Yeah, that's good. At least they've got and they've figured out sort of how you're going to be going about it and how you need to learn and how you're going to be graded. So at least they've got a plan in place. I know some people don't really, or they've got a half-assed plan that doesn't really work out very well. But if it's working, hopefully, that's all we can do, really. All right, we should be flibadoo, getting ready to go into another sprint. How long do you guys want to go for this time? We've done 10, we've done 20. Someone throw some random numbers out at me and we'll see what we've got. While I somehow try and figure out more outlining, which I never intended to do. But there you go. And there's all my comments coming up on my iPad and not my laptop again. Alycat, never gotten straight A's before. I'm always impressed when people get straight A's. I agree they make it too hard at times. I'm over here like not everyone is a genius with school. Look, when I was at school, for my exam year when I was 16, there were 9 A stars handed out for the exams. A stars, I suppose, is like an A plus, like the highest grade you can get. One person in my class got 7 of those A stars, and one other person in a different class got the other 2. So I don't understand how people can. I don't know. It's like how are some people just like good at every single subject? I wish I was good at every single subject, but I just couldn't do it. Kristen, Arizona opened most things here already. Thankfully, not schools and camps and such yet. Yeah, people are opening stuff way too early. Personally, I don't understand why they're doing it. Rainy, things are pretty good in Norway. It is bad, but good compared to the rest of Europe. Yeah. And yes, not everyone is allowed to be at school at the same time. Okay, so they're taking precautions. That's good. Tilly says 14. Kristen says 17. Rainy says 16. I always read that as 4, like in 4 o'clock for some really strange reason. Alycat says 7, just 7. Let's see. We'll go for Kristen and 17 because 14 is double 7, which Ali is, yeah, for reasons. Let's, I don't know what I'm doing again. Share screen first, Sarah. Share screen first and then sort out the timer. Okay, 17 is ready to go. 17 just sounds cool. Jasmine, Wisconsin had to open everything. I agree it's way too soon, but the Republicans in our government said it was unconstitutional to go on this long. Has it really been going on that long in America? I feel like you guys went into quarantine a lot later than everybody else did. And like you've opened earlier than everyone else has as well. But it's one of those things where the stupid leaders of the country are like, but people can't buy things and the economy is going to go really bad and people need to get takeaway and have their hair cut. And I'm like, do they really? Do they really? They don't really. Kristen, yeah, people have different talents and are all awesome. Everyone is awesome. Everyone is awesome. Alycat, the only reason I can guess why the opening stuff is because all those people that were complaining that they need the economy back. Yeah, though if we don't keep the people safe, the economy goes by. That's the thing. But some people don't care about other people. Some people just care about their ability to, I suppose, go on with life as normal as possible. But for all of the how do I say this in a non-British way? All of the essential workers, there we go, that's the term. All of the essential workers who have had to work throughout everything already, and opening more stuff up and then having more people out on the streets is just going to make things worse for those essential workers who are already, having to go out and do their jobs, and it's not fair on them, but people don't seem to care, and it really annoys me. Kristen, people were rioting. I'm still staying home for quite a while. Yeah, certain people were rioting and protesting about the fact that they couldn't live their normal lives. But yeah, I'm glad that some people are there going, I'm just going to stay home regardless. That's common sense, really. Alice, so many people. I know, it's so stupid. Like, is getting a McDonald's really that important that you have to risk the lives of more people just because you want McDonald's, or just because you want to go to the nail salon or go to the park or something? I don't know. Or have a bar. I don't know. It's dumb. It's dumb. Kristen, people are saying masks are against everyone. The whole narrative surrounding it now is extremely tiring. It's like, why can't people just see common sense? What if these people were put in the same position as everybody else who cared? What can you do? Dawdling writer, the politicians value the economy more than lives. It sucks that some people are buying into it and protesting the safety measures. That exactly. They feel repressed by all of the safety measures, and it's like, but that's dumb to feel that way. It's dumb to feel that way. I'm really sorry to say, it's dumb. It's dumb. Same, Kristen. Yeah. Instead of giving people actual unemployment and financial help, they're asking people to risk their lives instead. Yay. It's so stupid. The stories I've heard about people getting fired because companies can't afford to keep them, for people who are self-employed, unable to get whatever grants the government are allowing them to get. I mean, in England, we have staff on furlough for some companies, so the government is paying the companies to pay their staff. I think it's 80% of their wages while this is going on. But then people who are self-employed have to go through rings and hoops and jump through fire to try and get any money, any help off the government. And then it's ridiculous. And then expecting people to go to work with no safety measures in place and risk people, shouting at them or abusing them because they can't buy more than 2 loaves of bread or whatever the heck it is. It's stupid. Rainy, Norway has a massive fund crisis of money, so that's why we are doing okay. I'm actually pretty happy with how our government has been handling this. Some governments are handling it perfectly. Other governments are handling it like absolute crap. I've heard stories like people can't pay their rent, but then the people who own the apartment buildings are like, but I need you to pay your rent so I can pay the mortgage on the apartment building. And I'm like, but people tell people that they should have at least 6 months worth of paycheck in savings in case something like this happens. So you're telling me that the people who own the apartment buildings are living paycheck to paycheck, but the paycheck to paycheck is their tenant's paycheck? It's like people up here are telling us to save, but then they're not saving themselves, and then they're the ones getting the money, and they're the ones getting the bailout, but the poor people down at the bottom, they're not getting any help at all. Arizona has people lining up at bars with no distancing at all, and also at casinos. Living in fear, according to some family, I'm finding it's best at the moment to just live in fear, people, for right now, just in case, because you don't know how it's going to turn out. This either could work and it'll be fine, or it's going to get worse, and no one knows which way it's going to happen. So it's best to be on the safe side. Dawdling writer, what's funny is the politicians are discussing measures to open the country back up via teleconference. They aren't taking the risk. They're asking us. Exactly. They're not taking the risk, but the essential workers, the ones that the country couldn't do without, the underpaid people, they have to take the risk for the government to open the country back up, and they won't take that same risk themselves. Double standards. Alycat is sad because they could be focusing on more important things like those they care about. That's more important than risking lives, in my opinion. It is. It definitely is. Kristen, yep, they voted for it from home, and news stations are telling us to open up from home too. There's such double standards. You know what? It's one of those things where I wish these essential workers could refuse to go back to work and strike about it without the fear that they'd get fired. And then, but then there's such turnover, I guess, with that. Like, you can probably find some other people to do the job even in times like this. So it's a bit of a Christian, people care more about the election and the death. Yeah, they do. It's ridiculous. Alec, I feel like the countries have more people actually listening to stay home than Americans being stupid. I'm saying that, and I'm American, even if I'm part Hispanic. You know what? People in England are doing it as well. They're going out and trying to enjoy the hot weather. And fair enough, it's hot outside, right? I get that. But there's people having parties on the street and people at the park and having barbecues and all of this. It's like, you don't need to really do that, do you? Christian, I didn't qualify for anything since I can still technically work as a tutor and editor. Yeah. I almost had to go to work at store. Workers have been shot there over regulations. The regulations are stupid. The regulations are so carefully worded and so craftily thought out that it's basically work or be unemployed. 6 months, what a dream. Yeah. Kristen, I bought Starbucks 2 months ago and bought avocados too. That must be why. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. But yeah, it's as long as we still have sane people with common sense, still abiding as much as they can by, social distancing. I said words correctly. Hopefully it's not going to turn to crap. Let's hope. Right, let us head into our next writing sprint at 1717. 1717, that's so fun. Right, are we ready to go? In 3, 2, 1, and begin. And we are done with our latest sprint. Didn't do a very, very good job outlining because my brain just went, couldn't think of anything. So, but we had more than I had when I started this entire thing. So, progress. Right, let me know how you guys did. Rainy, we were doing sprints. Yes, alycat. Yeah, we did. We'll get into it eventually. alycat, now that I think about it, as stupid as it sounds, maybe people are thinking it's the end of the world and are trying to do stuff before they die, which ends up with them being irresponsible. Yeah, it was that whole thing about millennials and the younger generation, like, oh, I'm going to travel to Greece. Oh, if I catch it, oh well, at least I've gone on holiday before I die, which was a really dumb thing to think. But there you go. Kristen, customers shot security guard over telling him a woman to wear a mask. McDonald's employees were shot for telling. Yeah, I've heard about all of that. That's absolutely ridiculous. That's so dumb and so stupid. Like, why? It's so ridiculous. Destiny, you're not really focused. I think I'm gonna go read or something. Have fun and get all the words, you creative people. Destiny, you've probably already left, but goodbye. Thank you for joining us today. Christian, it's mid-afternoon. I've accomplished nothing. Yeah, that was me an hour and a half ago. I had accomplished nothing all day. But May's technically my month off, so I'm not gonna push myself too much. Rainy, 112 words, hit my daily word count goal. Congratulations for this draft. So I switched to outlining on a different project. What's your daily word count goal? Haha. Questions. I don't ever have a daily goal because it never works out for me. So I just give myself, if I feel like writing, I'll give myself a very small goal, and then I feel great when I hit higher than it. Jasmine, 943 words edited, which is more from the 0 for the past 3 days. Progress is progress. 943 edited is really, really good. Congratulations. I'm glad we're getting some stuff done. alycat, 35 editing words, getting closer to finishing a math quiz. It's surprisingly on the easy side. Well, that's good. At least it's easy and it's not too terrible. Rainy, 1,000 words. Is that 1,000 words every single day? Or is it just for the moment, it's 1,000 words every single day that you want to hit? Does anyone else do any daily writing goals or monthly writing goals, as it were? I tend to just write whenever I want to and whenever I can now. Anything that I have that is a goal, that is a word count goal, I usually save for Camp NaNoWriMo or NaNoWriMo now. And then I do stupid goals during those 3 months. And for the rest of the year, for the rest of the 9 months, I just sort of do what I want when I want and for how long I want to do it for, which is not a good thing. I should be working on myself every single day, but I really don't, and it's really terrible. alycat, yee. Leslie, hello Leslie, how are you today? Thank you for joining us. I do 1,000 words a day, 6 days a week minimum. See, that's good. See, oh, who was it? I just watched a video and I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was Holly Davis Wrights. I might be wrong in that, so please forgive me if I am. She did this video of this sort of writing hack that she came up with, or not that she came up with, that she's just discovered. And I'm actually going to check that because I really don't want to get the author tuber wrong with who came up with it. Basically, you give yourself 3 goals during the day that you want to write. So you give yourself a good, a better, and a best goal. So your best goal would be the goal that you want to hit. So best would be 1,000 words, and then your better goal, which is not as good as 1,000, which would be like 700 or something, and then your good goal is your lowest at like 400. So the best you can do is 1,000, and if you hit that, great. But as long as you hit your good, which is the 400, or whatever number it is that you want. That's, I don't even think it was Holly Davis Wright's. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I will find out who. It was Holly Davis Wright. Okay, I was correct. It was correct. So, good, better, best. Especially if you're the type of writer who feels guilty about not hitting your word count goals, give yourself 3 separate goals, and be happy no matter which one you hit. Really, really helps. I haven't done it yet because I haven't been writing, but I am going to try and do something along the lines of that when I do start writing, to sort of alleviate any guilt I feel when I don't hit my word count goal in my head for the day. Remaining have 1,000 words on each project that I'm working on that day. Okay, that's good. Jasmine Ray, I'm trying to get a publisher by the end of this year, and I keep telling myself I should edit 2 chapters a day, but then I don't. Yeah, see, it's difficult because you don't know how long editing is going to take, really. Editing 1 chapter could take all day. Editing half a chapter could take all day. That's not something you can really time and plan for. Like, if I wanted to write 1,000 words, that would take me 20 minutes. Realistically, if I was feeling it, and if I did writing sprint, I'm done in 20 minutes, and I know that. But if I wanted to edit a chapter, I have no idea how long that will take me. I've absolutely no idea. But trying to get published by the end of the year, I don't know. If it works for you, it works for you. If 2 chapters a day is not working for you, then try 2 chapters a week, or sort of lower the goal to a smaller goal, and hopefully it won't seem as daunting for you. Maybe you'll get some extra work done. Rainy Hammer, usually 2 projects which I draft on daily, then I work on a 3rd project where I do some outlining. Oh, you are a busy bee during the day, Rainy. You are a busy bee. I couldn't do that full time, at least. Again, yeah, during the NaNoWriMo months, I'll do something like that, but I wouldn't do it every single. I don't have the time, I say. Jasmine, that's a good point. Editing takes forever. Yeah, you never know how it's going to turn out, but you might have to change stuff multiple times. Oh, Rainy, I have a lot of time. I wish I had a lot of time. I'm jealous of all the time that you seem to have, Rainy. I'd love to have that much time. Right, it is 22:47. Do we want to get one last 5-minute sprint in before I have to jump off and continue my day by sleeping? Ha, yes, it's my bedtime soon. I don't get the luxury of of it being earlier in the day. So, like my writing, I have to do it late at night because it's the only time I have that's partially not distracted by children. I also edit 2 chapters in the span of 4 days usually. Okay, so you've got a good routine going then. It depends. If I know what I'm doing for editing, it's easy to do. Sometimes though, it's not that easy for me, and I second guess myself and I change stuff constantly, and I'm like, nope, I don't like how I just changed that. I'm going to change it to something else. So I can edit 1 chapter maybe in a span of 2 days if I really, really wanted to. Yeah. It just depends on the story itself. I've got two stories at the moment which are currently in beta, which I'm going to start revising next month. I'm going to start revising one of them next month. The other one, I'm not so sure I am. I think I need to give that a proper read through first. It's sort of on the back burner. And then I've got my novel I wrote for Camp NaNoWriMo in April, which I'm going to start rereading and revising in June and July for Camp NaNoWriMo in July. And then this story I'm planning now, I suppose I'll write it in November. Like, who knows what I'm going to do, really. So I've got, I suppose, 2/3 novels which are currently at the revising stage, which is such a pain in the butt. I don't like having multiple books on the same stage, because then I get bored, because I'm literally just going to be revising or editing but that's how it's worked out, and the timing has worked out, unfortunately. So there you go. Kristen, that's why I charge per word as an editor, not per hour. It varies so much. I think most editors that I know about or researched in the past charge per word. I don't think I've ever seen an editor charge per hour personally. But then it was a very, very small pool of editors I actually looked at before I decided to not get an editor. But yeah, I think most charge, and that's the easiest way to do it, really. So you don't have to, extend your time and take 12 hours if you know you can only do it in 9 or something like that. It sort of prevents, I suppose, editors taking longer than they need to and getting more money out of the people. Rainy, how much per word? Kristen, not. Oh no, wait, stop. 0.009 for in-depth editing and 0.005 per word for proofreading. What is the difference between in-depth editing and proofreading? I think I sort of know in my head what the difference is. Is in-depth editing more like developmental edits, like plot and character arcs and stuff like that, and then proofreading is more grammar and sentence structure? Back in the days when I wanted to be an editor, I would have had to know this. But that was a bit... Right, I'm going to stick the Google timer back on. And we'll go for, just so I can get a little bit more work done. We'll go for one lovely 5-minute sprint to end the day on. End the night on, end the afternoon on, end whatever time of day that you happen to be at on. Time zones suck so much. Rainy, just wanted to entertain the idea of paying for an editor on my novel. It has 134,000 words. It is a lot. Rainy, are you self-publishing or are you going to try and get traditionally published? Kristen, I've seen per hour and per page, and I've seen clients want to pay per hour. It does make it feel complicated. Per hour does. Per word. Per word is a lot easier. That way you can quote them how much it's going to cost at the beginning. Quoting per hour, and then you realize it's going to take you longer to read and get through. It's going to do a rush job and it's not going to be as good. So yeah, that's how it goes. Right, we're good. Correct. Okay, I do know the difference. That's good. I would love to traditionally publish. Yeah, good. I don't know. I like seeing people traditionally publish. I couldn't self-publish to save my life. I'm not very good at marketing at all whatsoever. So I'd fail miserably at that. But then I think I'd fail miserably at trying to query as well. So it's a bit of a, which one do I want to go for? Right, we're gonna 22:53. We'll go for one last 5-minute sprint, which will bring us to roughly 11, and then I can go to sleep. Right, we're going to start the timer in 3, 2, 1, begin. And we are done with our last sprint of the evening. Stop screen. Yay! How did everybody do in the very, very quick, short 5 minutes I gave you all to try and do some work? Sorry. Rainy, I'm not good at marketing as well. Yeah, I'm really terrible. Kristen, per hour, I feel they'd argue with me if it ends up reasonably being more, then I'm taking a loss. Yeah, that's the problem. You can't really give them a this is how much it is definitely going to be, because either you lose out or they lose out. Alycat at Rainy, same. Yes. Kristen, traditionally they'd find you an editor when you sign with them. Yes, that is one of the reasons I stopped looking for an editor a very, very long time ago, because I sort of realized if I am getting traditionally published, the editor comes with the package of being traditionally published. Editor, definitely if you are self-publishing, because you're not going to have, I suppose, that type of in-depth look at your work before it goes out. But traditionally published, they usually have a editor for you. Alycat didn't write anything since I was taking a break. That's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. It's not a massive issue. I stopped chapter by chapter outlining. I managed to sort of outline random things that I need to happen in the rest of the story. Not that I know where I left off with chapters really, as opposed to where the beats are and everything. I sort of went through, this is what needs to happen, or these are events that can happen through the story. So I got some work done, and it was good work. And I'm happy with how the story is sort of coming along, when I was really, really worried about getting it done. So we did good. We did good. Rainy, I was on Reddit for this sprint. My writing limit for the day has reached its end. That's absolutely fine. These do not need to be sprints for writing at all. Productivity sprints, personal sprints. I'm just going to sit here and watch someone quietly on screen sprint. You can do whatever you want. Okay, it is 11 o'clock in the evening. It is my bedtime. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me this evening. I had such a fun time. Yeah, and hopefully I can sort out another sprint eventually to do at a decent time for everybody. See you later, guys. Tilly, thank you. You were on Animal Crossing. Don't think I don't know. Don't think I don't know. Mainly it's because I know I want to be traditionally published. I want to get rid of a lot of word on my main project. I hope someone will agree more to that. I suppose true. Alika, thank you. I'm glad it was fun. Jasmine, thank you. Thank you, guys. Caught you. See you later, guys. Bye. Thank you.